A former doctor for the Steelers accused of prescribing illegal steroids just got out of jail. Channel 11's Alan Jennings was there. Alan?
Peggy, he's out. He's out of jail. Former Steeler doc Richard Ritz. Federal prosecutors today tried but failed to keep him behind bars, saying that he was a danger to this community and a flight risk. The judge didn't necessarily buy that. So today we had both exits of the courthouse covered. I was at one end, Julie Fine at the other. She caught him coming out.
What's your reaction to what's going on? Are you surprised by this?
Sorry, man. Dr. Ritz obviously had no comment. The former Steeler doc was a Steeler physician for 22 years, indicted last Friday on 185 counts, alleging that he was distributing controlled substances like HGH and steroids. His lawyer today said that he was not guilty and asked for a trial. We'll keep you posted. Live at the federal courthouse, Alan Jennings, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Alan. And he was in court today and found out how the feds used wires and went undercover in their investigation. Alan's putting that story together for 6 o'clock.
What's your reaction to what's going on?
The former Steelers doctor busted in a steroid sting, and only our cameras were there as he got out of jail. Dr. Richard Ritz was released just before airtime at 5.
And now we're learning new information, new restrictions he will face at home. Channel 11's Alan Jennings is live downtown with what's next for the doctor. Alan.
Out of jail tonight, David, on house arrest. Former Steeler physician Dr. Richard Ritz had a federal hearing today to determine whether or not he should be detained permanently until trial. After today's hearing, we had both exits of the courthouse covered. I was at one, Julie Fine was at the other. She was there when he came out.
What's your reaction to what's going on? Are you surprised by this?
Ritz was silent, kept walking, obviously anxious to get home after spending the weekend in jail. Ritz was arrested Friday, charged in a 185-count grand jury indictment, accusing him of conspiring to distribute steroids, human growth hormone, and an assortment of prescription painkillers. Ritz spent 22 years as the Steeler team physician. A champion athlete himself, Ritz won a silver medal for diving at the 1972 Olympics. Prosecutors today tried but failed to convince the judge that Ritz was a flight risk and a danger to the community. Instead, Ritz got house arrest till his trial.
Typically, when you don't have a person with a police record, you don't have a person that was a violent offender, then this is the most suitable determination at this juncture.
Ritz's house arrest, though, has some really tight restrictions. He cannot see patients. That means his medical practice, the doors are closed for right now, and he's only allowed to leave his house to see his lawyer and possibly a doctor for himself. Trial is expected sometime early next year. At the federal courthouse, Alan Jennings, Channel 11 News.
Thanks, Alan. Dr. Ritz was the Steelers team doctor for 22 years. He told the Rooneys he never gave performance-enhancing drugs to the players. Alan says there was no testimony today that would suggest otherwise.